Hey everybody, clearing. Today it's a little piece of wood with a knot hole in it. Okay, I'm back from the beautiful festival and recharged with so much nature energy and rain. My hair has been very curly ever since. But let's get into it. So, thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the collective that joins me here. What can we see for the Divine Masculines? What are they processing on the core level regarding the connection at this time? What is on their conscious mind about the whole thing, the whole shebang? How do they feel regarding where things are at and what is on their conscious mind? What would be the best advice or next steps going forward? I just saw the Empress, to the Empress in this connection in their life towards their abundance. What can we see for advice for the masculines? So this is going to be for masculines and feminines. And what can we get for advice for the feminines regarding the masculines process at this time? I did just see the moon, so that could mean non-action. It could be trusting the mystery, but let's get into it further and see what the cards will reveal about the process at this time. Okay, conscious mind about the connections. Ooh, Queen of Wands in the inverse. I did see this on the shuffle. I didn't say it out loud. So I saw the Empress, which is talking about the abundance. And when I saw this card, I heard they need to go towards their abundance. But as they go towards their abundance, they find the way to their divine feminine. So there's something about reaching their potential and tapping into the abundance that is paramount prior, but divine feminine is here on the table. So it's not in contrast to the feminine. It is hand in hand, yet the abundance aspect is a little bit more of a priority still, is what I'm getting. And Messenger of Water, this is interesting. Okay, so this is the Page of Cups. So there does feel like, you know, the masculines are sending positive energy to you feminines right now, but they're not able to offer this directly at this time because they are on a mission to step into their higher timelines and their abundance. I'm getting the feeling that as they continue on that process, that they keep getting these flickers of gratitude and things that they absolutely love about you feminines, but they aren't necessarily saying them to you out loud or in messages because they're both in the inverse here. It's more like these waves washing over them, anchoring, integrating, receiving the clarity, the insight, the awareness of the things that they appreciate about you feminines. It's a subtle kind of deeply meaningful energy. So it's giving the feeling that they're not sitting and thinking about it with focus, but these waves of recognition are coming over the masculines without them even trying. Like it's become part of their lives, is what I just heard. So advice for you masculines about this: keep going for everything. The 10 of Cups here. There is a blended family, generational family on this card. It is the 10 of Cups happiness. This is available in this connection, masculines. So continue to go for the gold, I just heard. What is the advice for the feminines? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, this tarot reading is kind of exposing the masculines, even though you're not hearing from them or hearing these kinds of things from them right now. Just know that it's likely that you are connected with a masculine that is having this experience of you. And this is like, secret intel through this tarot reading is what I'm getting there. So you're not meant to act on or do anything. Just observe, just listen, just know, and allow. Let go, trust the process. You know, stay in the sidelines with this, understanding that your person is surrendering to this. They are experiencing waves of recognition on the soul level of who you are to them, on a deepening level here. And just know, you don't have to do anything about that. Just let it be. What can we see for the conscious mind about their divine feminine? Praying and Page of Water. So it's interesting because we have Messenger of Water and Page of Water in the inverse and Page of Wands. So a lot of messages do want to come. I still keep getting this internal recognition, this give and take. When we have the prayer card, it is like asking and then, you know, ask and it is given. So it feels like these masculines are praying to be shown the way, but what they keep being given is just confirmation that you, divine feminine, are the one. It's so nice. Okay, what can we see for advice for you masculines? Joy and celebration. There is an energy of true trust and friendship coming in. So I'm literally getting like the removal of sexual tension from people around you, masculines, and people around your feminines. This feels like everybody can get along without a threat, without jealousy, without mistrust. We're moving into a very amicable energy. It's interesting because so many codependent connections have trust issues because the people are not equally matched. It takes two masters to be trustworthy in love, and it feels like this energy is being struck. So both masculines and feminines are coming into more of a platonic energy regarding any potential suitors. It feels like there's a balance coming in where there is this trustworthiness regarding other people specifically, because this can also be a third party card, but everyone here is getting along. This also is a bit of foreshadowing because this can be a wedding card in tarot. The Three of Cups can be a celebration card of wedding, or the after party from a wedding. It feels like things are sinking in a trustworthy way, masculines. So take that to heart. What is the advice for the feminines here? King of Cups, yeah. Again, just secretly know that your masculine has eyes on you, I just heard. So that can mean that they are watching you, but it feels as though they've picked their gaze up from the consumption of their spiritual awakening, and now they have this ability to see beyond that immediate intensity of their own awakening to you, feminines. There's more surety coming in here. So take that to heart, just know it. What can we see on the heart space for these masculines regarding the connection? Yes. Wow, Ace of Water, there's the unconditional love and the Fool. Again, just in the inverse. So have all of the cards. Yeah, every single card has come out in the inverse, which for me, that can signify a major turning point. And the themes that we have here are so much love. We've got all these cups for who, the Queen of Wands, and there's prayer, and there's this leap of faith that wants to be taken, but it's like this collection of reasons why. Or how do I love thee? Let me count the ways is what I'm getting here. Whoa. So that's really beautiful. Masculines are also learning to love themselves more and more on the heart space because you're giving them the time they need to let this sink in for real. They don't feel the pressure to prematurely come forward. Now, what does that mean? It means that they can understand why they love you and what the value in this connection is, that they can put the strategical time into understanding how to protect this connection, how to value it, how to provide, what the nuances are, what the incredible shows of their love could be. They're gathering all of this information. They're asking the divine. We saw that with the prayer card. They're seeing the unbelievable fit that you are, feminines, in their lives by noticing the things that really speak of love to them, your character, the way about you. Their eyes are being opened to so many specific reasons they love you, feminines. Okay, masculines, what is the advice with this deepening self-love, preparing for coming forward? The Queen of Cups. We already had the King of Cups. So again, let it sink in that the this is the psychic intuitive. So let it sink in that that aspect of your feminine is not something to be afraid of, that it actually is an indication that you are tuned right in and your feminine can read you, masculines, that they love you, they are wired the same, they have the same frequency, the core frequency is the same. So the uncanny things that they've been able to do has really been the reason they can read you like a book, tune in. So take that to heart, masculines. I'm hearing the masculines saying it is warranted. What is the advice for the feminines? The Hanged Man. Okay, pulling the string. Now, if these connections are mirrored, feminines, you really do have to just know in your heart of hearts who your masculine is. When you come into that safety, that surety, that deep, deep knowing, it doesn't feel manic, it doesn't feel uncertain, it doesn't feel like you're hoping it is. If you've really found the one, it just is. And so when you actually let down the fear, when you actually, open to receive, you pull the strings in your reality, your manifestation, you do the things. It doesn't necessarily happen overnight, but you do have an influence on what is manifested, because when you really are sure, feminines, you make the effort, you do the things. You're not second guessing whether or not things will turn out well. You're doing what's needed to meet your masculine in union. You're taking care of your side of business. You're cleaning up your karma. You're doing the healing work. You're stepping onto purpose because you're stoked on this love, because you are stoked on your alignment, because you have a deep sense of knowing. So therefore you pull the strings, because love waits for no one. If you're not sure, you won't put in the effort that you need to show up, to be in receptivity for this love. And so that is the best advice there, feminines, knowing it takes two. You cannot just be in the feminine and wait to receive from your masculine. You must also shift your internal awareness so that you are taking care of the things you need to do. What is it on the heart space, masculines here? Okay, no longer mourning the loss of this and stepping out of comfort zone. Two of Flames can be a twin flame card. It can be aligned purpose. And so there is something here for you masculines where maybe you thought you weren't going to pull it off. You weren't going to step on purpose. Maybe you didn't know what that looked like or how it should be, but there's an alignment coming in here that's bringing you in from this idea that you're not going to reconnect or deepen the connection. It really feels like you are making progress, like a second wind that you didn't know you had in you. So feminines, I feel like the masculines on the heart of hearts, you being a central inspiration, has very much inspired them just in the nick of time to see the potential in themselves, to know that they don't have to settle for this connection being over. It's like a redeeming factor, or something has happened here where the masculines have decided they can go for it. What can we see for the advice for you masculines? Continuing to let go of people, places, things that aren't coming forward. So again, if things feel burdensome, if they feel like drudgery, if they feel like unbalanced, if they don't feel kind, if they feel like they're draining you, find a way to release those things. You are not expected to do things that are not following your bliss. There are so many other ways to handle your responsibilities and let go of the things that do not feel thriving to you. Doesn't matter what kind of expectation, external expectation or tradition or pattern or promise or vow that's been made. There is a way for you to be free, free of spirit, to rise, and you are doing it. But this means also, while you're going forward out of your comfort zone, you must leave behind the things that are no longer aligned, that are the outdated ways of thinking and feeling and behaving and interacting. That all has to be let go of. If it's not genuine, if it's not sincere, if it's not authentic, it's got to go. This is the energy that you meet your abundance in. This is the energy you meet your feminine in. And that is speaking from the heart, masculines. It's time to start speaking from the heart and not having to have people, places, things around that are dishonoring to your heart, to your truth, to your wisdom, to your soul. If they are abrasive to your soul, they've got to go. And you know, that can be people like your family members, that can be family situations, that can be friend groups. Just because it's the way things have always been done does not mean you have to stay in there and suffer. You can free yourself and be that light that comes in and shows others the way to thriving. What can we see for the advice for the feminines here? The star. So something immediate, something destined has just happened, just will happen, or is happening right now. And it has to do, it's somehow your masculine is getting the cue that you believe in them, that you believe in this connection in a way they haven't seen before. It really highlights the contrast to how they've been living, what they've been thinking, how they thought life was, and it is helping them step out of their comfort zone with karma, with their healing, and with their higher timeline. And it feels like you were right in the right place at the right time in some regard here, because this is a feminine plunk right on time. So in the heart space, you hit just right here. Your intuition, something that was destined, that you've been the conduit for feminines or will be in the near future, is showing these masculines a bigger picture, a higher view of things. With the giraffe here, I'm getting that you've shown them something from a higher vantage point that they hadn't been able to see before because they were looking down on this level, whatever that means. Okay, what are these masculines wishing to manifest? Here's the life purpose, the one wand in the two of wands, their side of that energetic aspect, and the six of air, progress. They want to manifest progress with their life purpose, with their calling. Okay, so we got that as a repeat message. Before they can fully come forward and tell you all the ways you inspire them and you love them, feminines, they've got to still keep tapping into that first person. Advice for you masculines, yes, take your investment from something that you've been toiling away at, duty, and plant a new crop in fertile ground, I just heard. Yeah, so that's another repeat of this message, that you've got to still unhook yourself from things that are not viable. You still have to remove yourself from the drudgery and playing small and the outdated paradigms. You've still got to let go of things. You're not abandoning, or you will not be abandoned if you stand up for what is good and right and true, masculines, through your action, through, you know, voting or not voting for things with your time, your money, your resource, your brain power. It's time for you to take what you've learned and really go for it, masculines. This is beautiful. What is the advice for the feminines? You are the queen. I heard you are the queen of the castle. Nobody's a dirty rascal, but you are the queen here, the Queen of Pentacles. This is the wifey card. Look at this, is the pentacle that the masculines are gathering. You've got your pentacle here you're working on, feminines, and the masculines are in the process of receiving their path, their pentacle, being self-made on this higher level, this inspired level, the soul level. This is absolutely beautiful, and they are walking straight towards you, feminine, through this path. Even if it looks indirect right now, they are going through a major shedding of all the things that are not coming forward on yet another level. So we see this stuff in the spiritual, in the emotional, in the mental, and then in the physical. And this feels as though they are going through a physical transition right now. What can we see for the masculine's conscious mind about the actions that they are wishing to take? Inner bravery, tapping in, and justice. So this can be with legal matters. This can be unhooking from legal contracts. This can be bravely doing something innovative regarding legal contracts. So there might be pressure for these masculines to sign on the dotted line on something one way or the other. Some of them are going to feel like they are very much being guided to sign a contract. Some of these masculines are being guided to not sign a contract. It does feel like contractual things here, and it's going to differ for each one. So the action they're taking right now is either getting themselves out of or being brave to take the steps to do something that's justified, that brings justice to those around them, to their life. So whether that's engaging in some kind of a contract or stepping out of something that's a contract, these masculines are having to tap into bravery right now. So I'm hearing, you may not know what this is, feminines, but these masculines have been doing many things behind the scenes. And so this is something that each one will have to use their intuition, and it's going to require inner bravery and leadership in order to know which way each of these masculines needs to go in their own right. For many of them, whatever this contract is, if they're being released from something, they are taking what is theirs from this experience that they're being released, and now they are finally free to come forward to you, feminines. They're, graduating out of some kind of a contract that they were bound to. If this is a contract they're going into, that's for less of them than this Exodus energy. If that's a contract that they're going into, it's something that's going to benefit the two of you. What is the advice for the feminines? Oh, hang on. Advice for the masculines. The sun. There's the twins. There's the couple. So there is a little bit of a red flag being highlighted here. So be very careful, masculines, whatever this is. The sun, though, it brings full consciousness. So for some, there may be red flags. If you're uncertain about whether to end a contract or sign a contract, look for any red flags. You can pull your feminine's energy in and ask, energetically, what would my feminine think of this? That would be a very good sounding board for you to pull that hypothetical in, masculines, and take a look at if what you're doing is actually aligned or not. Our counterpart can be a pretty wonderful mirror to reflect back whether something is in alignment or not. Typically, when we're not meant to make the decisions based on our person, but if our person would be flat out incompatible with it, that is something to take into consideration. What is the advice for the feminine? Oh, the Seven of Pentacles for the feminine now. Watch and wait. So it feels like the masculines, pulling this pentacle out of whatever's been going on, and feminines, you do have a little bit of a grace period right now. This looks like a little bit of waiting for the masculine. So it's not going to be forever. It's just not going to be forever. Something is playing out right now. What is the bigger challenge for the masculines? Uncharted territory. We've got the Two of Wands, stepping out of comfort zone, and now into the unknown. And Page of Air. So this is, lifelong learning at its finest, meaning Day by day, it's brand new. So you're stepping into presence, masculines. When you free yourself from this level of karma, this kind of karmic justice, when when you sign a contract that is your reward for removing yourself from karma, you're abundantly blessed. When you sign a contract to release out of karma, you're abundantly blessed. So whichever it is, now you're in your liberation. You're free and clear to pursue this connection with your feminine. When whatever this karmic path is settled, you are able to come towards this. The challenge is that you have never been here before and you don't know what it's going to look like. And so it's about staying present in every moment so that you are alert. So you are not going to engage in karma again. So you can be poised. So you can make the best choices. What is your advice? Oh, the love. This is the caduceus. This is the healing. This is beautiful. So yeah, free and clear to pursue, free and clear to come forward, to embrace, to love, to prosper, to marry, to celebrate with your feminine. What is the advice for the feminine? There's the moon. I saw that on the shuffle and called it out. To embrace the mystery. This means that secrets will be revealed. It's not shrouded in secrecy. This will be, you will have this information. If this is your masculine, they will be coming forward. Oh, what can we see for the solution that's on the masculines? Yeah, sovereignty. I just heard nest egg, financial freedom, financial abundance. These masculines are really onto this. It's safe. Heaven has ordained this. It's protected like angels' wings and feathers. What a beautiful thing. Oh, and I'm seeing the angels here and then the feathers here. So masculines, don't forget to pray for protection. Don't forget to pray for assistance from the angels. There are wings on this card too. And we're getting King of Air. So you don't know what you don't know. So stay present, stay in prayer, masculines. So yes, you are a free, sovereign, spiritual being now, but presence means you don't know anything. Here on out, you're in uncharted territory. So stay alert every moment and love. Most of all, focus on the love, focus on the joy, follow your bliss. What is the advice for these masculines? Stay in alignment. Keep looking at the destined path. Remember the loyalty. Remember to seek balance and alignment and keep focused on the higher. What is the advice for the feminines? Here's the Empress. So here's another one where feminines, these masculines are anchoring in their abundance so that they can have it all with you, feminines. And so just continue embodying the feminine energy that you have been mastering on this journey. Receive your own essence, receive your own safety and feminine energy deep, deep in your soul so that you know your value, you know your worth, and you know that your worthiness for this masculine to come forward. What can we see for the near future? There's that karma shedding and page of fire. So masculines, you're being guided to pray in how to release the beliefs and the previous patterns, the ways of interacting. So there may be some, I'm hearing the word chieftain. So you're going through a rite of passage where you're stepping into leadership. You're stepping into that chieftain energy of the King of Wands to match the Queen of Wands, the spiritually realized leader. And so the Five of Wands, this is all the diplomatic things that you're going to have to do to remove yourself. You're going to have to practice this leadership, holding that wand, that scepter, and making the judgment calls with what to engage in, what not to engage in, how to solve conflict, how to mediate, how to remove yourself from certain things, how to instruct others, how to share a higher channeled message, how to guide. Keep praying. Wow, throat chakra. So for some, that's going to be difficult. Pardon me. So If you're not up for it yet, masculines, keep praying, because your channel is being opened right now. Thank you for clearing, Divine Creator. Thank you for clearing the masculines' throat chakras so that they can speak and advocate for truth. Wow. So keep praying for the words, masculines. Keep praying for the insight. Keep praying for the path forward, because you do have things you do have to disengage from. What is the advice for the masculines? There's more than meets the eye in all regard. Stay true to the divine. Stay true to your knowing. Not all is what it seems. This world is but an illusion, I just heard. See this artisan making a stone sculpture? It's all for the image. Turn this 3D, the material realm card in the inverse, and suddenly you're seeing clearly. You're seeing intention. You're seeing the energy behind things. What is the advice for the feminines? You're going to have this revelation. Things will be revealed in due time. Right now, the masculines are going through this rite of passage where they're continuing to fully remove themselves. So we saw months ago that the masculines were beginning to understand why they needed to be released from certain things. Now we're seeing actual contracts and process physically getting ready to be done. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Let's just get one more last card for the feminines. Happiness in the inverse. I'm aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. So right now you are responsible, like always, for your own happiness, feminines. Your happiness should not depend on whether your masculine has come forward to you yet and all of that. It should be that everything is well with your soul, that you partake in every single day. Do not let yourself down and walk in joy and celebration. Be that light. Do your best, feminines. And for the masculines, patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order, also in the inverse. So there's, there is some tension in the air as these changes flow out. But masculines, you are developing this patience. You've got this. It may feel a little bit wobbly or frustrated, but you are so close to gaining your freedom so that you can do and be and say and think anything you want, and you're going to thrive doing it. And you can trust yourself because you've come into alignment. So you will be speaking truth. You will be helping to change the world. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.